Okay, in honor of my 30th birthday coming up, I made a list of 30 things that I wish I knew earlier, or just stuff that I've learned. Number 1, CPTSD. I wish that I would have known about CPTSD sooner because it's really hard to understand yourself when you don't know the correct terminology. Number 2, ambience videos on YouTube. I wish that I would have utilized these sooner because they are just the beat. I think it's called binaural beats or something like that. The beat can help regulate you. 3, audiobooks are still books. 4, stay hopeful. Don't let your dreams die. If you forget what your dreams are, think back to when you were a little kid and like what made your heart happy. Like when did you feel alive? Look into it. If you lose hope, then your nervous system will want to find a way out. I'm sure we've all been there. Know your worth and know that life is good. Take care of your body. Take care of your body. It's the only one you'll have. It is truly your skin vehicle. Take the best care of it. Be your own bestie. If you don't know how you want to be treated and what your favorite stuff is, or what your favorite color is, or the places you like to eat, or books you like to listen to, or your favorite coffee shops, what your favorite birds are, or what flowers you like to smell, or just anything like that, it's really hard for people to know what to get you or how to make you feel special. Hobbies. Hobbies are your life. What you like to do determines how you spend your time. You don't have to go to college. I did a year of college, and honestly, I spent a lot of money, but the things that made the most difference in my life are the trades that I've learned, the courses that I've taken, even independent. I've bought a lot of courses. I find people who have done it and I learn from them, and it gets me further in my life. But you don't necessarily need a degree or anything like that. Figure out what you like to do and then do it, and then learn about it and get better at it. CBD is nice. As far as regulating my nervous system and taking care of my mental health, CBD has helped me settle down, because I needed to settle down. You can create distance for your own safety if you feel in your soul or in your brain that somebody has bad intentions, or are using you, or don't make you feel good after talking to you, or if they're around you and it feels icky. You know, you can create space between you guys so that you can think about it. Put the walls around you and get some space where you can think out loud, or even just in your head, or you have the safety to just breathe. And then really ask yourself, are these people good for me? Do these people love me? And if not, it's not your responsibility to keep them comfortable, because you're the main character. People hate boundaries. Leading into this, people hate boundaries, especially when you first learn about them and if you were never taught them. Because if you find out, like me, in your 20s about boundaries, that means that everybody around you lives their main character lives at the expense of you. So when you create boundaries and you take your power back and your energy, people don't like being told no, and people don't like having to go look for things. So if you're just offering them, they're going to take all of it. Something I learned from my therapist just in the last few months is it's not guilt. It's irrational guilt, because it's irrational, because it's not your responsibility. If people are living their lives and you feel bad for them because of how their lives are becoming, it's not your responsibility. It's irrational, especially if these people are older than you or should have been caretakers of you or anything like that. It's irrational. It's not your responsibility. Amen. Chaos is also an addiction. The older that you get, you'll realize that chaotic decisions or spear of the moment things and all of these things is just a response to probably your childhood. I can't maintain lots of friendships. I definitely wasn't socialized when I was a little kid, and I had to grow up and learn and kind of find my place in the world. And now that I'm turning 30, it's like I do have a few very close friends. My best friend, my boyfriend, my kid. It's just like, really invest in those people. And if you do have a friend or two, just be a safe place for them and make sure that they are a safe place for you. Manifestation is real. Your brain is a computer, and if you program it right, it'll work to get you to your destination. Your brain is a map. You're at A. You want to go to B, but you never even figure out what B is. You don't even know where you want to go. Then you're not going to get there. So figure out where you want to go, and your brain will literally wire itself to get there for you. Your brain is made to solve these problems. So figure out where you want to go, who you want to be, and then set off on your way. You're going to meet new people on the way. You're going to have stops. It's all metaphorical, but figure out where you want to go so your brain can help you get there. 16, if it's been done, you can do it too. If it's been done, that means there's a framework, there's steps, there's proof that it's been done before, so you can do it too. Okay, number 17. Your nervous system knows. And the more that you try to convince yourself and your nervous system that it's wrong, the more pain you will get in your body, and the sadder you will be, and the less hopeful you will become, because your nervous system will try to halt your life and scream in your face and say, you're in danger. This is not for you. You don't want this. So listen to your nervous system. Love your body. Earlier, I talked about taking care of your body, and loving your body is kind of on the same lines, except you actually get to love her. I love her. I look in the mirror and I'm like, you are so kind and beautiful, and I love your face, and I love this leg. I love this foot. I love everything, because if your nervous system feels like you don't like part of your body, it will start to reject it, and you won't even see yourself as yourself. Just love yourself. Love everything about you. Love everything that has made you you. You hate your body, you were taught to hate your body, or you were programmed to hate your body, or you've been in situations where people hated your body. And so, as I said before, your brain is like a computer, and if you teach it the algorithm of hating itself, then that's all it's going to receive, and it will believe it. So you have to rewrite your computer brain and say, I love you, and do it until you believe it. No one completes you. You are fully complete on your own. You are 100% a human, and not a friend or a partner or a boss or a coworker or anybody is going to make you feel complete. Not even a baby. Not even children. If you don't look inside and fill up your cup from the inside, nobody can do that for you. And that's kind of like being your own best friend. If you don't know what you like and you don't know what fills you up, then nobody can do it for you. And when you're a kid, if you have good parents, your parents do that for you. So then you learn how to do it yourself. But like lots of us, we weren't. So it's your responsibility to complete yourself and make sure that you're completed. Start and restart. Figure out everything that you like to do. So usually around the new year, I do this like vision board thing. And you know, when I first started doing this, however many years ago, there was probably 20 things on there. And then as the years go by, it gets fewer and fewer, because my mind is figuring out all the things that are important, and then it's making sure that those are the ones that stick out the most. You can start with the 20 things, and then you can restart where there's only 10 things. And then you can start something and stop it and restart and do it all over again and do whatever you want. But once you start figuring out what it is that you want to start or do, it gets easier and easier and easier, and you fine tune and fine tune and fine tune. You can learn what you weren't taught. There are so many resources in this world. There's videos, and there's audiobooks, and there's regular books, and there's podcasts, and there's just all of these things. So if there's something that you weren't taught, emotional regulation, attachment styles, love, how to fix your car, how to paint a wall, how to brush your dog better, how to literally do anything in this world, you can figure it out online. And not even online, you can go to the library, you can literally go anywhere. Although it's more fulfilling to talk to people, I know I spent the majority of my life figuring things out on my own. And now I'm heading into my 30s, and now I'm really craving community. But I feel like I've learned so much now that it's like, I know I'm a good learner. And so now I'm more willing to expose myself to people and ask for help. But you can learn all on your own if you truly want to learn. You have to drive your brain, or it will drive you. I've already touched on this a few times. Your brain is a machine. So make sure that you are driving your brain and you are very aware of yourself. Change your state. If there's something that you hate that is going on in your life, or you just feel like there's just a cloud over your head and you're just severely depressed and everything is terrible, what do you look like? If you were outside your body looking at yourself, what do you look like? Are you in the fetal position? Are you freezing cold? Are you all by yourself? Are you in the dark? Are you overeating or undereating? Are you just in pain? Like, what does that look like? And then you can change your state. If the first step to change is changing your state, then put yourself somewhere else. Go sit on the ground outside. Go jump in a pool. Go sit in your car. Go park somewhere different. If you want different results, you have to put yourself in a different place. And if you want to get to a different place mentally, then physically change your surroundings and then try to have the new thought. But if you're stuck in your ways and you're depressed and sitting somewhere and you're like, life is always going to be like this and it's never going to change, then you're right. Number 24, I am the main character, and everyone is the main character of their story. If you're not developing yourself and your character in the world, then other people are going to do it for you. And if you want to have a good life, then you need to be the driver and make good decisions and make decisions that fit your needs. Anxiety is a tool, and sometimes tools are dangerous, but anxiety has been a tool for me, and I do believe that anxiety is a tool that keeps you running from something, whether it's something small. Something small for me would be like dirty dishes. It's like, I have anxiety because I need to go do dishes. It's like, it's keeping me from living in a messy house. But also, anxiety can be a very dangerous tool if it's trying to get you to run from people that are bad for you. Because you might convince yourself that you feel good or safe or somebody's good for you, but if they're bad for you, anxiety will kill you. And it's your nervous system poking at you saying, listen, you better listen, because you need to get running. You need to get running if you want to live. And your nervous system wants to live. It wants to be happy. Your soul wants to be a part of this big universe and have good feelings. Number 26 is I have to rest every day. I don't think that I actually rested for like 15 to 20 years all at once. And what I mean by that is I had such severe anxiety untreated that my body was always in fight or flight, survival. Just, I need to learn this and do this to survive. And now in my late 20s, it's like I literally felt crippled. My body, my bones weren't aligned, my muscles hurt, I had nerve pain. Like, I truly was just falling apart, because your muscles will burn out and they will squeeze your nerves and they will make everything painful. You have to be on a routine of resting and meaning it. 27, deal with your triggers. If you don't deal with your triggers, then they will consume you, and you will have these expectations on all these people to live by the rules that you have created in your own little prison. Be so focused on other people not listening to you that your triggers will be the main character of your story, and that's how people will see you. There's a difference between people being considerate of your triggers and then people just blatantly triggering you on purpose. And I feel like knowing the difference is a very big part of dealing with triggers, because your triggers too are anxiety and your nervous system reminding you of something uncomfortable and trying to control the outcome. So not only know your triggers, but deal with them and figure them out. 28, fight or flight can become a personality. It can be a high-strung, always running from something, poverty, chaos personality. That doesn't have to be your personality, but it can be something that helps you survive. But you don't have to live there forever, and it'll hurt your muscles, and you'll be very tired and groggy, and you'll just have memory problems, and you won't be able to hear very good because the muscles in your neck are tight and everything, and your vision will suffer because of it. So fight or flight can really do a number on you, and rest is important. And if your personality is always go, 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 danger, I'm running from something, everybody's out to get me, I'm a victim, all this stuff, then you might be stuck in fight or flight. And regulating your nervous system and dealing with your triggers and your traumas is the first step. 29, being feminine is a gift. If you see my nails here, I just got my nails done for the first time last month, and this isn't the actual set. Long story short, I got kind of anxiety and kind of triggered a little bit, and I clipped them all off, and I had never got them done before, so I didn't really know the process of it, and it was kind of wild. But thankfully I was able to go like a week after I cut them all off and get them redone, and they're a different shape, and I understand them better. I understand the process. It's definitely a new experience for me, but I have learned to embrace my femininity and to just be a feminine goddess and just love that part of me and develop that part of me. I didn't have examples of feminine energy growing up, and I've really sought out resources to be the best woman and version of myself through feminine energy and leaning back and being instead of doing and feeling instead of thinking to a degree. And it's just given me the freedom that I never had, and it's allowed me to help relax my body and take care of myself and just develop into the person that I want to become and feel good doing it. Number 30, you don't have to listen to any advice ever, even this. If you're the main character and you're truly being the main character of your own story, you get to pick and choose the advice that you listen to, and if something resonates with you, then dive into it. But if it doesn't, then move on. Understand that life doesn't get better unless you take care of yourself and love yourself. And I'm gonna be 30 in 3 days, and I will say that my 20s kicked my butt. And I think I was faced with the decision of, do I want to live until I'm old, or am I gonna just cripple and be a puddle of nothing? And I really, in these last few years, had to really tell myself, I want to live, and I want to have the best life that I can live, and I'm not going to let anything stop me. And my 30s will be something else. Going back to number 1, the CPTSD thing, I learned so much in the last 10 years that I honestly almost feel like I'm at 0 now. I'm not a victim of my circumstances to a degree. But even people that start out with good circumstances can end up without resources and support. And I just really feel like 30s is where I get to really develop all of the good things that I've learned, and I get to be my own best friend, and I get to have best friends, and I get to just develop the skills that I felt were robbed of me for a long time. So yeah, no matter where you are, start there, and I will see you in my 30s.